Hello everyone, here we are at California for Race 2 of the Pennzoil Cup Series Season 2 for the Auto Club 400. I'm XDickX here, and we're getting ready to go set and get ready to race here at the California 1.5 mile track. And we're going to get started here pretty quick with the starting lineup, but this track races like a super speedway, so we're going to have to see how the racing plays out. Here's your starting grid. Row 1, Jay Durrell and Kyle Collins starting to the outside. Row 2, Webster Zygarde for the Harvey Motorsports Racing, and Zach Cars will be on his outside. Row 3, Jay Barker and Michael Jones make up the third row. Row 4 finds Brian Boone, Michael Jones' teammate, and AJ Davidson in the Malley Motorsports Ford. Row 5, Jake Booker, last season's champion, and Derek Petrie, who won a few races last season. Row 6, Nick Purisols in the Old Spice Racing, and Giovanni Barraza in the family-owned racing team. Row 7, Blaine Keys and Jack Newman for National Racing. Row 8, Cody Russell, your pole sitter for the Bud Duels, and Brian Lenning in Tanker Motorsports. Row 9, Kevin Ulrich, one of the duel winners, and Kyle Singer is looking for some good luck this week. Row 10, Daniel Voiles, your Bud Shootout winner, and Michael Kraft, who started 4th in that race. Row 11, Eric Willis and Nicholas Zamudio, who's making his first start of the series. Row 12, Aaron Lukes, who finished 3rd in the 500, and Ryan Dunn, who has 3 wins, the most out of anyone. Row 13, Ferdinand Gabat and Sergio Alonso, Ferdinand making his first start. Row 14, David Barraza and Gary Weaver in the Hoffman Motorsports Ford. Zach Komosky, last week's winner of Daytona, in the row 15 with Brooke Witt on the outside. Sam Rogers and R. Chastain make up row 16. Row 17, Addison Steinbeck and Jose Vasquez. And now in row 17, you got Addison Kadkar and Cesar Chavez. Cesar making his first start of the series. Row 18, Nikita Rizkov and Cooper Cyron, both for Red Viper Racing, but Cooper making his first start. Chloe Baker and Brock McMahon, the only female in the field, Chloe Baker, will start in row 20. And Joseph Strigley and Callum Wood. It's Joseph Strigley actually the leader in the Rookie of the Year points. And here are the drivers that did not make the race. Some notable names to mention: Michael Krister had such a great start. Green flag is out as Jay Barker will lead the field down. As you see coming out, no drivers are going to decide to jump down. I see a few in the back. I think that was Ryan Dunn and Ferdinand Gabat. But going down into turn 1, this track may be a mile and a half, but it races like a super speedway. Just look at the layer of grip put down in practice. The drivers really tried to get all the lines working so they could have some room to race come time to race, and it really wasn't that way in practice, as a lot of people just stayed towards the middle. But as the groove wore out and kind of just stretched it a little bit, now people can run pretty much everywhere. But you see Jay Barker going to the lead right now in the National Racing Car, his second year in the Cup. But his teammate, last year's champion, Jake Booker, he actually started 9th to this race. Now he's up to 1st in 1 lap. That is exactly how this race works out. You see, we're already starting to see 3 wide. This is insane. We haven't actually raced in a pack like this before. Well, actually in this weekend we did last year, where Michael Jones ended up taking the win. But we're gonna have to see how many wrecks we'll have. I believe we had 1 last year, but with this racing, and I mean, there is some room, but there's also that gray up top. We don't know what's gonna happen. Looking at some of our drivers making their first starts in the series, Nicholas Zamudio, who missed after wrecking out in the Maybe Duel, as he will make his first start in California. We also see this 81 car of Zach Komosky. He's actually your Daytona 500 winner, so looking to have a good follow-up race and try to keep the points lead after this one. But we also have another first-time starter up here, Sam Rogers in the Malley Motorsports Ford. Those 2 guys, the 54 and the 62, looking for just good redemption races, because this is basically, you cannot win the championship at the first or second races, but you can definitely lose it. And having 2 bad races in a row can pretty much kill your chances of making the chase. So, especially with the competition this high this year, 50 drivers and only 42 in each race. So you got to make sure you're on top of your game come this season. It's not like last year, only 30 people raced to race. So if you could make it, you'd probably be in the top 20. But anyways, besides the point, you saw the 81 actually took the lead. So your Daytona 500 winner doing very good. We're going to have a spectator view of this track. We're following the 24 of R. Chastain driving the Widowak scheme. You see the 82 car up in front of him. That's the Culver Chevy, also making a first start of Cesar Chavez. But the 24 car actually ended up finishing second, runner-up to the 81, and it was a very, very good finish for the JT Motorsports crew because they actually finished 2-3. They could not end up winning the race though, as the 81 did steal it away, but it's good to see that small team win. But the 24 is going to try to see if they can make their way up to the front and start leading some more laps here. At California, you see Cooper Siron making his first start as well, but Gary Weaver in the Sprite car is going to push the 24 ahead of him, and coming in behind a Double T Motorsports car, that's the Cheese at 51 of Jose Vazquez, and Double T Motorsports has been very impressive, and I must say, but currently the 04 will take over the lead, but you see just how fast everything changes here. I mean, it changes faster here than at Daytona. I mean, everyone gets pushed out. And it almost looks like the lines are widening up a bit, just a little bit. But as we see the 23 car now actually going to try to go for the lead. Oh, we got a caution on the track. I believe that was in the back somewhere. I didn't see it. But the 04 car currently is not your lead. I believe it'll be the 23, unless we have some pit strategy. But here's the cause. Here's the cause of the caution. Blaine Keys is just going to run up into the 71 car, and the 37 just nowhere to go. Gets hooked, and 37 has just had a terrible luck streak so far. And the only good luck he's had is being signed to that ride. Almost didn't even make the series. So Kyle Singer just trying to have a good one to secure a ride. Now this isn't the same wreck. This is coming to the caution flag. You see Cesar Chavez gets dumped. He's gonna get hit by Rick Witt. But look at the cars coming in behind. I believe that's two winners. Yeah, the 34 and the 99, a Bud Shootout winner and a dual winner, are in this wreck. I saw Jake Barker, Daniel Voiles, Cesar Chavez, who is definitely not going to have a good finish after this one, and Nicholas Zamudio. Those two guys needed a good run since they missed the 500. And wow, this is incredible. You see the 00 car. He's probably going to have the lowest average for people who have raced 2 races, because he finished with 2 points last week after having a pit road collision. Now he's going to have this, and I don't know what to say. That's just a shame. I don't know, people just weren't looking where they were going. Green flag's back out as we actually had some pit strategy, as some guys decided to stay out, and actually in total 4, I believe, is the number, but the 08 car, the 47, the 11, and the 03, I believe, are the 4 that stayed out. But the 08 car currently leading in that lane, Chevy. He's trying to I believe a lot of drivers actually took into consideration that Bud Shootout win from Daniel Voiles as he stretched his fuel. You know, it happened back then. Why can't it happen here at California? Well, we don't know about that yet, but you see the lead changing as the only female in the field, or the only female to start, as Tasha hasn't been in a points race yet. Chloe Baker going to the front. But looking on the inside, that's the Ford Miller Lite Ford of 98 of the Zach Carr's machine. But, excuse me there, but the 98 car is going to try to go to the lead. Help from Callum Wood, but he's going to get moved up by his teammate, Jose Vazquez. And here's a slightly depressing story. 4 cars are supposed to run for Philippines Racing Development last week at Daytona. Only Hergio made it, so 3 of his teammates missed out. However, he's here with two of his teammates, the 63 and the 82. The 82's already had problems though, but currently this is a better start than at Daytona. Still, Tasha hasn't qualified for a race yet, but the 8 car is still doing his team very well. That Avis Chevy was budget last week, but that Avis Chevy's doing very good right now. So he's going to try to lead the lap here, but he's got help. He's got incoming from the bottom side. That's the 78 Subway machine of Ediston Padkar. So he's going to, yeah, he will take the lead. As even though the outside looks like it could be fast, it's just not fast enough. And here was the Philippines Racing driver I was talking about. This is Cesar Chavez in the Culver's machine. You see, pretty big impact from that wreck, as I don't know really what happened that caused that wreck to happen. I mean, I believe someone hooked him. I believe it was David Barraza. But, I mean, it was just stupid, and it's sad to see some people get out. Like this guy, too, Nicholas Zamudio. He missed the Daytona 500, so this is not going to be any beneficial to him and his endeavors to try to make the chase. He didn't make it last year, but because he came in actually at Bristol, but he did end up having very good races, finished second on Watkins Glen, and it looks like we have a caution on the track as we're looking in the back. AJ Davidson in the 52 is involved. Here's most of your cars that were also involved in the wreck, but we're going to take a look and see what caused this caution now, as not really a surprise with the racing that we see. It's almost going to be identical to the first one. Cooper Siren going to get hooked in the wall by the 08, and he's going to get smashed in the front by the 04. And I believe the 53 got some damage too. Wow, the 17 car trying to just have a good race. And I believe that's actually the third Red Viper Racing car in an incident today. So Red Viper Racing, they've totaled now a total of 7 cars in just 2 races. Still got one left though, Nikita Ryskov out front. You see Gary Weaver, he sees that gap open on top as the 08 goes by. He tries to go up there, but hole closed before he can make it by. So tough to see Weaver get some damage, but anyways, we're going to see even more fuel strategy. The 22, the 47, the 08, and the 24 are going to be your recipients this time to stay out, as these guys actually stay out completely dry. It was my mistake last time. It was only a gas and go for the guys who came in last time, so excuse me there. But the 47, 08, 22, 24, we're going to have to see how long they stay out. I'm pretty sure they're going to come in this time by, but they might stretch it one more lap to try to make it all the way. Still, even if they do pit here, they're going to still have one pit stop left, so it's no means this is the last pit stop. Ooh, the 47 is going to stay out, so Michael Jones, last year's winner, is going to try to stretch it a little more. He's got a pretty healthy lead, too. The 7 car is going to probably drive up to the back of him, though, by the end of the lap. But we're gonna see. I mean, pit strategy has been a huge thing so far for Season 2. It wasn't really a big thing last year, but it definitely did kind of skew the outcomes of some races. But it's definitely playing a big factor here, and I don't know if it's going to be a huge thing throughout the entire season. But see Jack Newman trying to run down the 47, but currently going to the outside, just going to let the 47 peel down. Look at the 51 making a power charge on the inside. That Chiza car played it right, and he's going to take the lead. And we talked about Double T Motorsports having just so much success. How about Joseph Srigley leading the Rookie of the Year points as we're riding on board with him? He's going to try to take the lead here. I mean, he's the leader of the Rookie of the Year points. Every single driver except for, I believe I said Chloe Baker was a Rookie of the Year contender. Well, she's not. Yes, she only ran 1 or 2 races last season, but she's still not eligible for it. She tried more than 1 race, so. But anyways, they still got 3 drivers, and that 1 car is 1, and he's currently doing what he needs to do, run up front and lead some laps. So that number 1 car is doing good. The 78 is coming on the inside. He's actually second as of now. So those 2 cars, the 2 Toyotas, doing very good right now. How about we look at those 2 other Double T Motorsports drivers, the 51, the 03 of Jose Vazquez and Chloe Baker, currently riding out front right now as teammates. The 51 doing a very good job where he is. And if we look back, I believe that pink car Callum Wood, that's all 4 cars up inside the top, I don't know, I think that's top 25. But you see, we're going to have pit stops now. And coming down, Jack Newman, but the 2 Double T Motorsports cars are going to stay out. So I'm talking about them a lot, but this is a team that wasn't even a thing about a month ago, and they have really come on strong. They had really good sponsorship come with them, so you're gonna have to see if maybe they could be a contention for the championship, like the real one, not just the Rookie of the Year. But you see the 5103 will come out first, and there's the pack. You actually got National Racing Cars leading the second one, I mean the first, but I don't know if they're gonna come out ahead of them or not. I don't believe so. Yeah, the 16 car was third coming out, so the 7 and the 9 are not going to make it. The Double T Motorsports cars first and second. What a charge by them. This is incredible. Chloe Baker, the only female so far to start a Season 2 race, official race at least, currently out front in that HBO Toyota. Yeah, look at that gap. They did good pit stops too, so I am very impressed with this team so far, whether it be Joseph Srigley, Chloe Baker, Jose Vazquez, or Callum Wood. All of them are doing very good so far. And we're looking at Jack Newman, but it's not going to take long for that Nitro Chevy to make it up to the front. Almost like nitrous is on the back of the car. That's how the draft works here at California. But coming on the inside, that's the rookie of Nikita Rizkov in the Interstate Batteries Dodge. Had a terrible run last week at Daytona, but managed to qualify here again, so at least their qualifying isn't set. One of the guys running for Rookie of the Year, so that 16 car, just qualifying for every race is a necessity, and he's doing so far just that. As we're going to see some pit stops, so here's the guys that actually came in. The 08 you saw Brock McMahon pulling down, as that is the first, and I believe the 24 was actually supposed to come down as well, but he was stuck on the outside, so I don't believe that's I believe that's what happened there. But this might be a little too late for them, as the 24 car is going to pull down to go to pit road. I believe we may be able to make it back. So here's the 1 car, the 78, up front again. The 51 car coming behind. It's been a rookie show so far up front. I mean, the returning drivers have not been up to par lately, I think. But you see Cody Russell coming in behind in that 77 car. And we obviously have some big names back there like Ryan Dunn, Derek Petrie. Derek Petrie is actually off the lap, excuse me. But the 1 car still running out front, though. He's doing very good. But look at these cars coming behind him. Anyways, coming to the white flag, I believe. Yes, the white flag. So we are in the final lap. As there goes the 1 car. The Mike's Toyota is going to try to bring it home. But the 23 car, that's Addison Steinbeck from Alley Motorsports. But he's got company. The 12 car, Webster Zygarde, still has not won a race yet this season in his career. I believe he did win he did win the All-Star race, so excuse me there. But Edison Padcar is going to try to come by on the inside. That Toyota. He's running second in the Rookie of the Year standings. The Pakistani driver. Look who's on the inside. Ryan Dunn in the number 9 Adobe car. He's coming around turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. The 8 car is going to try to have it on the inside. The 22 a lap down. Not a factor. Checkered flag. It will be Ryan Dunn in the Adobe car to pick home the win. And he will take it. What dominance by the 9 car with wins this year. Just in general, that will be his 4th win. Where did he even come from? I mean, he was up there, but I didn't really see him contending for the lead that much. And he's going to take it home. Before anyone gets a 2nd win, he'll get his 4th. I mean, before anyone gets a 3rd win, he'll get his 4th. So Ryan Dunn, 4th win of his career. And you saw the winner sticker not been updated on the finishing chart yet, though. As you look down the board, Nikita Rizkov, Edison Padcar, Joseph Strigley, all rookies finishing up there. You got 3 of the 4 Double T Motorsports guys in the top 14. But also some big names, Zach Cars, Cody Russell, Derek Petrie, Jack Newman. Wow, that was an amazing finish. There's just so many lead changes on the final lap. There's your Daytona 500 winner, Zach Kamaski. He won't be falling too far as he did finish inside the top 15. It's not a bad run for him. Ferdinand Gabon in his first start. Cooper Siren also his first start. Looking down the points, just nothing. I mean, the finishing results, nothing really too special. The JT Motorsports drivers did not have finishes they'd want. 25th, and I believe the 24 to pit early. Yeah, he's not going to finish well. 33rd, so they might fall back here pretty big. But you see, we're actually going to look at the bottom here. Kevin Ulrich is not going to have a good run. Nick Purcell's 241st in a row. Actually, that's not his first. That's actually his 2nd. He got his 1st at Daytona. So tough luck for the 00 car. Daniel Hoyles and Kevin Ulrich both are winners this season. Wow, that's crazy. But here's your point standings. Unsurprising, Ryan Dunn will actually top the board, but look who's in 2nd, Jack Newman. So National Racing actually is the most consistent so far, which is actually pretty surprising. I mean, you'd think that we've been talking about a lot of other drivers, but not really too much about the National Racing guys. They're still running well though, and that just proves it there. You see Zach Kamaski only fell 2 positions. Joseph Strigley in 4th. There you go. But looking down, you see the cutoff line right there, that red line dividing 19th and 20th and 21st and 22nd. You see Chloe Baker, Jay Durrell are in, Zach Cars and Giovanni Barraza are out, only by a few points. And that all will probably change here. We have 16 races to decide who those 20 drivers will be. And as you see, the 8, I mean, they're not bad. I mean, just think, there are 50 drivers trying to make it into 20, so if you're 21st or 22nd, that's still good for you. And here's your Rookie of this Year point standings real quick. As we see, some drivers still haven't made a start yet, like Aaron Allen. And still looking to see that Big Motorsports driver. Big Motorsports a huge team, and so he should be qualifying at least. But you see Joseph Sprigley, a whopping 12 points ahead of second and almost 30 ahead of Nikita Rizkov. So definitely drivers already falling behind in the points. The Pennzoil Cup Series will see you next week at Atlanta. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.